Aw, man, this is gonna suck donkey balls.
Peacemaker, written and directed by James Gunn, the same guy who created both of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. The HBO Max TV series has 8 episodes starring John Cena as Peacemaker, and takes place shortly after the events of the Suicide Squad movie. Not the first one, the good one with the shark in it. First, let me give my spoiler-free review. It sucked. Now that that's taken care of, let's get into spoilers. Peacemaker survives getting killed by Bloodshot in the movie, wakes up in a hospital, and is free to go home. Once he gets there, he gets ambushed and force recruited into a Black Ops group called Argus that was established by Amanda Waller herself. Peacemaker is tasked with killing targets codenamed Butterflies, which we find out after his first mission are actual alien butterflies that have the power to crawl into people's mouths and control them. After we discover what the butterflies actually are, a subplot opens up with Peacemaker's dad, who ends up becoming one of the main villains of the show. To make a long, dumb story short, Peacemaker kills his dad, stops the alien butterflies from taking over the world. And there's a giant naked porg from Star Wars that they were pumping milk out of, but then a fat black chick uses a magic helmet to torpedo herself through its body and kills it. Yeah. There's good and bad here, so let's start with the good stuff. The music. James Gunn is great at picking out awesome songs and soundtracks to go into his movies and does a great job out of it of this show. Several times I found myself going on YouTube and looking up one or more of the songs I had just heard in an episode. I mean, they're really actually that good. Even the way he structures a scene or a story around some of the songs is impressive. You can see him doing this all throughout both Guardian movies, and it just works. What else did I like about it? Nothing. That was it. There were parts I wanted to like about the show, but I just couldn't, which leads us into the things I didn't like. Heroes and villains constantly taking their helmets and masks off, making them feel less like heroes and villains and more like cosplayers. Generic plot that was almost exactly the same as a Suicide Squad movie. Constant unfunny jokes scattered throughout every single conversation. Annoying characters. Having the Justice League with both Jason Momoa's Aquaman and Ezra Miller's Flash show up at the end only to turn it into another crappy joke. And even though it doesn't have anything to do with the show, I'm still pissed off at John Cena apologizing to China for calling Taiwan a country. But I think that what I hated the most about this show, more than anything else, was the constant messaging that we constantly hear from Hollywood. Lots of lesbian kissing, strong independent woman who thinks every guy's a sexist, beats up 3 fully grown men in a bar with her bare hands, condemning looks for calling a waitress sweet cheeks, having the alien butterflies serve as a metaphor for illegal aliens in the US, constant references to global warming, Nazis, racism, sexism, pronouns, LGBTQRF. I mean, even some of the jokes that I think were made to make fun of this stuff came off as preachy. I mean, even the main villain of the show, Peacemaker's dad, is literally a white supremacist, picking on black people in prison and having his followers submit to him by giving the Nazi salute.
It's so stupid. You know how stupid that sounds to the world? Unbelievable.
There were things about the show that I wanted to like. Things that I thought could have made it really good. But every single scene had a reference to some kind of social issue, making it seem like the entire season was one long political speech. You may be asking yourself, why does this matter? It's just a TV show. Maybe it's not for you. Why not just watch something else? It matters because it's not just a TV show. It's part of art and entertainment. It changes minds and ideas. It shapes our culture and our standards of living. People don't go to their parents or pastors anymore for advice or life lessons. They go to Hollywood. It matters because this doesn't exist in a vacuum, but is one of a million more. From TV shows to movies, late night talk show hosts to mainstream media, comics, newspapers, books, music, and comedy, all of it being saturated with propaganda, destroying the stories and characters we know and love, and slowly causing every good and green thing in this world to burn. James Gunn, your message and the messaging from Hollywood is crap, and your TV show sucked. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching and have a great freaking day.